I had wanted to go to Castellina in Chianti, Italy for years. My fiancé Devon's father vacationed there every fall, and Devon had shared with me his family photographs of narrow cobblestone streets, close-packed medieval buildings, and long, gorgeous views over rolling Tuscan hills. I had watched Devon grow up in those photographs, from a teenager in ill-fitting shorts to the kind, handsome, fun-loving man I had fallen in love with. I had seen his happiness blossom over time, a happiness the two of us were eager to share for the rest of our lives. So the village was an obvious destination when we sat down together to choose locations in Europe for our honeymoon. Still, I was surprised by Castellina. I had come from London, a modern and boisterous city, and the village was a contrast. Ancient, peaceful, and more intimate than any social media post or photograph could capture. From every angle, there was a gorgeous view, an alley twisting between two yellow stucco buildings, a glimpse of formal gardens across a courtyard, an ancient tower above terracotta roofs. The palazzo where Devon's father rented an apartment was near the top of the hill, with the vineyards of Tuscany spreading out to the horizon below it. Vineyards I had seen in the background of so many photos of the man I loved. You know love at the moment you experience it. It's an electricity that thrills you, a peace that cools and calms. I fell in love with Devon a few weeks into our friendship as we sat on a cliff watching the sunrise over the ocean. I fell in love with Castellina as I watched an older couple walking arm in arm, helping each other along its uneven streets. The sunset, though, is what you come to a place like Castellina for. Already on my honeymoon, I had spent a day on the French Riviera. I climbed a mountain in Ireland. I went backstage at a West End musical. I ate dinner while hovering 20 feet above the Mediterranean Sea. All those experiences should have been magical. They should have been luminous, like my mad dash to the ideal spot to watch the sun drift down below the Tuscan hills. Instead, each of those moments was shot through with sadness because Devon wasn't there. My fiancé, the love of my life, the best person I have ever known, died in my arms 1 month before our wedding, and I was on our honeymoon alone. I never thought I'd write this book. A year ago, I was a 27-year-old associate lawyer at a small firm in my small hometown, 1,000 miles from anywhere. I had 2 dogs, a 3-bedroom house, and a fiancé I was madly in love with, and who was madly in love with me. I was happy. I know that sounds simplistic, but that was my story. I was happy, and nobody gets asked to write about being happy. My life might not have been perfect, whose is, but I was perfectly content. Then Devon died, and my life shattered into a billion pieces like the exploding of a sun. Everything I've done since that moment has been about that moment. This sometimes frantic, sometimes crawling attempt to pull myself together. Clinging to memories of Devon, terrified I'll begin to forget. Pushing away the pain because I'm drowning in it. I took a leave of absence from my job. I took a leave of absence from my life. I spent 3 months in a sadness so black I couldn't eat. I couldn't get out of bed because there was nothing that interested me. No place I wanted to go. No future without the future I had envisioned with Devon. And the children we were supposed to have. And the 60 years we should have lived together. I'm not going to dwell in that dark place, even though, even now, I still go there. This is not a book about my depression. It's about loss and love. Friends and travel. It's about just getting up and doing when the last thing you want to do is get out of bed.